Welcome along then to the magnificent Suzuka International Circuit, a stone's throw away from Issei Bay in the beautiful Japanese countryside. What surprises lie in wait for us today in the Japanese Grand Prix? Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Phoenix lines up on pole position, and Jack Doohan completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Norris, Verstappen, Ocon, Leclerc, Hamilton, Sainz, Sargent, Stroll, Gasly, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Hauger, Joe, Ricciardo, Bottas, Liam Lawson, Perez, Tsunoda, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again to offer his perspective. Let's talk about Phoenix. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances, but what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another great race today.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Launch lap is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please. Copy that. Understood, copy that. I didn't catch that, mate. Just say it again. Please repeat, you're breaking up. Jack behind. Didn't receive that. Repeat the message, repeat the message. You're in first position, front of the pack. Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. Virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Russell behind. Jack's out of the race. VSC deployed. The virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. There's been some damage to the underbody. Expect the car to feel some impact. No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens. Green flag. Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Hamilton's ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Time last lap was a 1:44.5. This is excellent stuff. You're closing in by 7/10 a lap. Repeat that, I've got some interference here. Right, we have 2 stops left in this strategy, 2 more stops planned. Pit window opens in 12 laps time, 12 laps. Lando ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 1.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 35.0. Right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Hamilton behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 1.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. The last lap time was a 1:37.2. Okay, clear. Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car is out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive. Some information on Sargent. Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car. Just be warned, the underbody showing heavy damage. Tyre condition still looking good. That's Hamilton behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Time last lap was a 1 minute 40.6. Lando's ahead of you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. And the time last lap was a 2:16.5. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap. Amazing. Okay, the static over the radio. Say it again. Okay, copy that. Got that, confirmed. P3, you're currently in P3. Norris just ahead, push for the position. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Hamilton's behind you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Your pit window opens in 8 laps time. Okay, 47 laps to go. Safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Flag. Use your overtake button for more power. We need to push. Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look. Okay, you've got P3, well done. Lando ahead. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. That's Hamilton behind. And the gap behind us is 1.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. strategy available on the MFD. Okay, we've got a full course caution. The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta. The safety car's out. We need you to reduce your pace. It looks like there's a high amount of debris on the track. Be careful. Some information on Perez. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. I'm afraid the front left tyre's gone, the rubber has shredded. Okay, the tyre has shredded. The tyre's shredded. We need you into the box right away. Be careful. You only have to stop once now, one stop left. Say that again, we're having trouble receiving you. Alright, we're last of the running cars right now. Sonoda ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 8.9 seconds. They're on fresh stop. Your pit window doesn't open for more than 20 laps. And that's 42 laps to go. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Green flag. Okay, good work. Great pass. Magnussen's ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 0.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:37.5. We're gaining by around 0.2 per lap. Keep going. I didn't catch that, mate. Just say it again. Lawson ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:37.0. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. We think they've got 1 more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:36.7. You're gaining by 1.6 seconds a lap. It's Ricardo ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got 1 more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:37.2. You're gaining by around 0.2 per lap. Keep going. Car behind starting to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it. Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake, use overtake. P12, you got P12. Ricardo ahead. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Lawson behind. You're leading the car behind by 1.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. The distance to the leader is 11.7 seconds. Your pit window opens in 15 laps time. Okay, there are 35 laps left in this race. smooth. Keep going. Okay, mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, roger that. Soft tyres at the next pit stop. Okay, we're currently in the back at last place. Verstappen's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front is 4.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, 32 laps to go. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 9.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Overtake button more, it's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 9.0 seconds. so we're trailing the car ahead by 10.7 seconds. Okay, so the car behind's just come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Soft tyres on the car behind. That's Gasly ahead. Okay, gaps in the car ahead is 0.9 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:37.2. Verstappen's ahead of you. Our gaps in the car in front is 1.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. And the time last lap was a 1:35.7. You're gaining by 1.6 seconds a lap. Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake. I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate. Okay, you've taken P11. You're now P11. job. Nice overtake. Gasly's ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Your last lap time was a 1:34.3. Verstappen ahead, less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Time last lap was a 1:34.5. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap. Amazing. Stroll is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 2.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1:34.5. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap. Amazing. That's 8th place. You're in 8th place. Stroll ahead. And gap to the car in front is 2.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Verstappen behind you now. Okay, gap to the car behind. 1.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, gap to leader, 26.3 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. And that's 23 laps to go. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 1.8 seconds. Increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep it up. charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy. It's Hamilton ahead. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 12 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 34.9. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap. Amazing. Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.8 seconds. And we're currently sat in 6th. Sainz ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 1.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Hamilton's behind you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Our gap to first place is 18.0 seconds. Look after these tyres now and you want to finish the race on this compound. You've got 20 laps left until the end. job. Gap to the car ahead is around 2 seconds. Please repeat, you're breaking up. Leclerc ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 2.2 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 18 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:35.0. This is excellent stuff. You're closing in by 7/10 a lap. That's P5, you're in P5. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 3.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. That's Sainz behind you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Okay, so gap to the leader is 13.8 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. All right, 16 laps to go. Down to 24 laps of fuel remaining. Fourth position, you're in fourth position. Leclerc ahead, and gap to the car in front is 3.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, car behind trailing us, 2.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. The distance to the leader is 13.5 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 3.3 seconds. Overtake some more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. You're currently in P3. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 4.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. That's Stroll behind you. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind. 3.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, gap to leader. 13.5 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 4.9 seconds. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 4.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, they've done 22 laps on those tyres. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 35.3. Okay, we're dropping back by around 4/10 a lap. Give it everything you got. Okay, you've got P3, well done. Leclerc is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 3.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Stroll behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 4.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Our gap to first place is 11.0 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, 12 laps to go. Okay, gap ahead is 3.8 seconds. And there are 18 laps of fuel remaining now. Got some information on Hamilton for you. They're retiring from the race. Leclerc ahead, and gap to the car in front is 2.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, they've done 25 laps on their tyres. The last lap time was a 1:35.9. This is excellent stuff. You're closing in by 7/10 a lap. Didn't receive that. Repeat the message. Repeat the message. P3. You're currently in P3. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 1.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Our gap behind is 5.5 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, so gap to the leader is 8.4 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 9 laps to go. Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip any time now. Repeat that. I've got some interference here. There's damage to the underbody. Expect to feel significant effects in terms of performance. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Okay, good work. Great pass. That's Stroll behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 3.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 23 laps old. Time last lap was a 1 minute 35.2. Okay, focus. We need to stay on form. Okay, you've got P5, P5. Stroll is ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old softs. Ocon behind. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. The distance to the leader is 13.8 seconds. The pit window's now open. Pit window is open. All right, 6 laps to go now. Confirmed. Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay, Sainz is ahead of you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. And the time last lap was a 1:34.0. Okay, you're in ninth position. Sainz ahead. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 0.6 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, Zhu's behind you now. And the gap behind us is 9.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, gap to leader, 34.9 seconds. Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound. 4 laps remaining. Okay, Sainz is ahead of you. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 12.7 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 12 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1:34.6. Sainz ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 8.7 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 13 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:37.0. Okay, keep this going. We're gaining by around 4 seconds a lap. Race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Another action-packed Japanese Grand Prix comes to an end then, and a magnificent drive to take the win today. And talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Taking care of the car was absolutely vital today. It's been obvious all weekend that the pace was there, but look at the attrition rate we've had. They would have been very concerned about any minor anomaly towards the latter stages of this Grand Prix.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race for the McLaren team, and I'm very happy to see them there on the top step of the podium. So let's review the drivers' standings. It was not the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Let's focus on driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Oscar Piastri gets my vote today.
Let's move on to the constructors. The owner drivers team moved to the top of the table. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.